All right, Schlockmeisters fans, we're gonna watch a movie here called Teeth. Beware of that vagina. Let's check it out.
Don't splash your sister.
It's Lenny Von Dolan.
She ain't my sister.
Well, it's my sincere hope that she will be.
No.
Hey, try to be friends, okay?
No, God damn it.
Hey!
That little snot-nosed kid is Brad. He screamed.
Let me see it.
He was doing something with his little sister there, or soon-to-be stepsister.
Oh, God.
That's little Dawn. Several years later,
No.
she's grown up
You're going to hold on
in
to
high
it
school,
and share it with the mother.
and
of
she's
your
trying to
children.
teach purity to children. Wearing promise rings, no sex before marriage.
That's what the ring is all about.
Toby Cobb.
And at one of these events, she meets Toby.
Toby just moved here. We were best friends back home.
Smitten.
He starts school with us tomorrow.
Hi.
Well, because of her beliefs, she gets bullied a little bit.
Wait. Yeah, oh wait. The bitch will get her panties off. What kind of soda do you guys got, huh? We got chairs. Pop that
They even have a problem going to movies.
Film that's rated R.
Oh, I hear it's good. I'm not saying we should see it.
You know what? Even the PG-13 is going to have heavy making out. I always knew I wanted to wait until marriage.
So no one's ever even touched it?
Absolutely not.
Of course, she's smitten with Toby and begins to dream about him, perhaps marrying him, and oh boy. She was about to do something to herself down below, and then what the hell was that?
What is wrong with me? Nice time.
Me too. My thoughts haven't been so pure.
Look, I think that we can't go out together again. I'd like
She
for it to
confronts
change.
Brad, who doesn't get along with him.
Abstinence bullshit. We all know you've been saving yourself for it. And I've been real patient. You think I like living here with these assholes?
Well, she goes swimming with Toby, and although they're both supposed to be abstinent and such, he actually did lose his virginity a year and a half earlier, but he's a born-again virgin. And even though they both believe it's wrong, they start to give in a little bit. He tries to force himself on her at one point.
I'm sorry.
Accidentally bangs her in the head and makes her a little dizzy. But when he goes too far, he suddenly goes back in pain. Something bit him and bit it off. The next day she tries to give a speech again, but
Mr. Vincent asked me to talk about
she's a little
today.
phased by what happened.
Yeah.
These purity people give me a creepy vibe.
That's lethal. I don't know what it is.
It's like Children of the Corn. She goes back to the swimming hole and tosses in her purity ring. She's a very conflicted girl. She decides to do some research online and discovers something called vagina dentata.
The toothed vagina appears in the mythology of many and diverse cultures all over the world.
She goes to a gynecologist.
Adaptations or anything. I think there might be something weird going on inside.
Her gyno is a pervo. No glove. Going in. He ends up having the same issue the other guy did. He gets stuck in there. And no more fingers. She's thinking she might want to turn herself in after going back to the swimming hole and seeing them pulling up Toby's body. To make matters worse, she goes home and finds her mother on the floor. She's been overdosed or something. She goes to her friend Ryan's.
That I can talk to. My mom is in the hospital. I have to go to the police and turn myself in.
Police?
She spills
What
it.
again?
Vagina dentata. It's what's inside me. The doctor said so. A hero has to come and conquer them. That's what they say.
My mom takes these for her nerves.
After that sedative, she was much more relaxed, and she and Ryan started doing some things. She's consenting, though. It's different.
But they'll get you.
Who?
The teeth.
Come on.
Seriously.
No, look. I'm conquering them.
We found this embedded in the penile stump.
So what's it from?
Well, dentition is not an exact science. The root design would have led me to ascribe it to the silici, the shocks and the rays.
I can't either.
They did it. No issues.
I can't believe you're still alive.
Right.
But it turns out Ryan's a jerk. He bet his friend that he could get her and told her about it. Called him while they were doing it a second time. At this point, she seeks out her asshole stepbrother.
Are you afraid?
This is too fucking weird.
Just wait.
Once again, I can't show you. There's some really graphic ouch scenes. And the dog eats it. She bikes away and gets a flat tire. Gets picked up by an old man, who unfortunately for him is also a pervert, locks the doors on her and has some plans. So does Dawn. All right, let's talk about this movie Teeth. I think I found this at like Best Buy, back I guess 2007 or so, in that range. And I was looking at the box, it was in the horror section. I was like, whoa, I got to get this one. Never heard of it before. It stars a woman named Jess Weixler. She's supposed to be like a 17-year-old, but she's actually, I think, 26 or something when she made this movie. She is a virgin, and she's part of the this purity club or movement or whatever, where they're teaching, trying to preach, wear promise rings to students and kids to maintain their virginity until they get married. Which doesn't work, but whatever. That's what she's trying to preach in this movie, and she's got some friends and that sort of thing. She gets bullied a little bit because of her beliefs. But anyway, she meets this guy named Toby, and he's part of this group at all as well, though he's like a born-again virgin, because apparently he did have intercourse once about a year and a half earlier, but he has been born again, I guess. That's bullshit too, but whatever. Anyway, the two of them kind of hit it off, and they at first they kind of like pull back from each other because they don't want to give in to temptation, but they decide that they can't be without each other. So they start kissing and they make out a little bit, and then things get a little hot and heavy, and he makes some moves on her. Now she kind of pushes him away and says, no. He gets a little rough, and eventually he tries to just basically assault her. And I think he is successful at it. However, something happens. She has some teeth in her vagina. It's called denta vagina, and they bite off his dick, and his dick falls to the ground. He falls back into the swimming hole where they were at and dies. She's freaked out by this, as you can imagine. She looks it up online to figure out what the hell is going on down there, and she comes up with this thing called denta vagina. I think it was called denta vagina, something like that. Dentata vagina. I think that was it. So she goes to the gynecologist. The gynecologist is a pervert. He sticks his fingers in her without any glove or anything like that, and the teeth bite his fingers off. And she's freaking out, of course, again with this. She goes home, and her mom is like, something's wrong with her mom. She's overdosed or something. She goes to her friend Ryan's house. She's totally freaked out. She's like, should I turn myself in? You know, she saw them dragging the body of Toby out of the water. She's like, I don't know what to do. She takes a pill that Ryan gives her, and she calms her nerves, and then she decides to sleep with him, if you can believe that. And she willingly gives herself to Ryan, and nothing happens. And she's like, I can't believe you're alive. And you know, he thinks it's kind of funny, but then turns out he's a jerk. He ends up calling his friend on the phone and basically bragging that he got her. And he says, yeah, it was a bet. I said I could get you. And this is while they're actually starting to do it a second time. And then she gets mad because she realizes, you know, he's an asshole. And then the teeth bite his dick off. So because he wasn't a nice man. He was at first, but then when they found out the truth, it bites his dick off. At this point, she realizes what she has is some sort of weapon type of thing. She decides to go home to her stepbrother, Brad, who is a complete jerk. He's been wanting to screw his stepsister for years. And she decides to jump on him. And he's like, this is really weird. And he's like, you ain't seen nothing yet. And just wait, I think is what she said. And then, of course, the teeth get him, bite it off, and then his dog eats his dick. And then the movie ends with her hitching a ride because her bike broke down. It's an old man in a car, and he locks the doors on her, and he wants to have his way with her. And then she kind of smiles because we know what she's got planned. That's Teeth. So it's kind of a horror comedy type thing. A little bit of nudity thrown in. And a lot of scenes that I couldn't show you because there was 3 castration scenes, and they were pretty brutal. Think about the scene in I Spit on Your Grave. That's what it was 3 times over. And we see the severed member on the ground and all 3 times. And like I said, the dog ate it at one point. It was pretty cool, actually. I've seen this movie once before, and I hadn't seen it since. It's a pretty entertaining film, to be honest with you. Like I said, a little nudity thrown in from our actress there. It's just fun. It's a fun little film, and I enjoyed it. So anyway, not got much more to say about this, but this was put out by Dimension Extreme, I guess. I never heard of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's on Blu-ray now. I'll check it out. Anyway, I'll leave a link down below to something on Amazon, either this DVD or the Blu-ray, and you should buy it. Click that link and buy it because it's a fun film. Check it out. Leave some comments. It's Teeth. Watch it. Bye. Dentata vagina.